Hello, y'all, once again. Welcome to another edition of Black Man Being Brutally Honest. My name is Kev, and welcome to the show. Gonna tonight focus on Chris Rock's Selective Outrage, or at least one little superficial part of it. And shout out to Hybrid Catastrophic Impact X83rd Power. Good to see you in here, brother. First one. Okay, so I'm gonna say what I usually say, and if you are new to this channel and you run across this broadcast, um, please go below this screen, hit the subscribe button, help this channel grow. Help this channel, by pressing like, feeding the algorithm, or what have you. But I cover myriad, a myriad of topics, you know, um, a lot of which are people focused, on the mentalities that we face every day as, ordinary human beings. And that's really always been the intention. It's never been about the takedown of a certain group of people. It very well could be. I mean, people do enough stupid shit to dwell on, and make comment because, stupid people equal content. And, it seems to me in this space that's what we do around here. Stupidity equals content, period. But, you know, the reason why we're here and the reason why I am talking about a comedian is because an incident last year that caught wildfire. Basically, it did more than break the internet; it broke the media. And Chris Rock finally speaks on it in his new Netflix stand-up comedy special, Selective Outrage. Um, this is a historical one for Netflix because it was his first live comedy special. And Chris Rock was the recipient of that. And from a marketing standpoint, it was a very smart move because he didn't say anything at all about, Will. They speculated on it. Will issued an apology. But Chris didn't say anything. Even Chris's family were saying stuff, but Chris did not say anything. What up, Joes? Um, until that night, and yeah, and for me to watch it, I'll say this: number one, I like the old style comedy. I like the old school comedy. I don't like this playing it safe shit because comedy is supposed not comedy is supposed to include everyone. Nothing's off limits. You can't say really, really bad, cringy stuff, but uh, but it's comedy. I mean, shit. I mean, watch some old school Richard Pryor. Watch some old school Red Fox. Shit. I mean, you ain't even got to go back that far. Go to Eddie Murphy Raw. A lot of jokes that these guys told back then they can't get away with today. And hell, Chris Rock hasn't completely gotten away with this special. For real. I mean, it was almost as if he was trying to, I don't know, match Dave Chappelle in controversy, but it's comedy. To someone who is Gen X, is gonna be some regular shit. I don't know about some of you millennials. I mean, I think millennials understand this too, to an extent, but the Gen Zers, y'all the guys that love to write letters and shit, want to get people to apologize to you, for saying stuff. But one thing that I did appreciate with this special with Chris Rock, he basically said that he wasn't a victim and he wasn't gonna do that for shit. Chris Rock is from the hood. He came from having nothing to being a millionaire, many times over. And I mean, he didn't hold back. I mean, and in watching this special, it was also smart for him to wait to the very end to talk about Will and Jada because yes, you got to watch this special to get to the end of it. And yeah, yeah. I mean, he said a lot. He said a lot. I mean, like the big, like he gave out four things that were said that they were the biggest, the four easiest ways to get attention because he said the biggest addiction in America is attention. You know, he piggybacked off of opioid crisis uh talking point. But yeah, it is attention, and you see that shit every day on social media. You know, and for your average YouTube content creator, is also, I mean, any content creator on any platform, Instagram, TikTok, even Facebook for creators on Facebook. The whole point is to get attention. It's the whole point. So I really skate on thin ice when I talk about like the attention, but I mean, pre Facebook group Kev, pre YouTube channel Kev, you know, I used to echo some of the same sentiments. People come in these platforms to get attention and mostly to be something that they aren't. And we see plenty of that. And it's been identified as a problem. You know, I mean, if you can monetize the attention, that's smart. You know, we've had quite a few successful content creators, and not even so much successful, but able to make this viable stream of income. But yeah, I want to talk about these four things he said. The four easiest ways to get attention. He said the first one was show your ass. Man, let me tell you something. I look at when I look at Instagram, yeah, I will occasionally look at one of these old thirst trap pages. And once you do that, your algorithm fills up with them. Yeah. You see selfie pics on Facebook every day. You see these little TikTok videos where these women doing these little stupid dances. I mean, and then you got to show your ass pics. Now, you know, having a big butt is a very good thing, you know, if you're a woman, of course. But I mean, but shit is like it's almost as if that kind of thing is losing its value because so many women are doing it. But it's like he said, it's a very easy way to get attention, to get likes, to get some validation. Like, you know, an ass pic will get more attention than a person actually trying to say some shit that might help you. And I mean, like, hey, you know what? That's the game. The second one is to be infamous. Like, you know, he mentioned school shootings, which, you know, school shootings ain't nothing but a cry for help anyway. I mean, they're very tragic, and I wish that on no parent. I mean, to have the horror of, you know, sending your kid to school one day and your kid not coming back because of some shit like that. I mean, you know, be infamous. You know, some people on their social media, they say really flagrant, bombastic things, you know, to gain an audience. Uh, Three, be excellent. Now, this is probably one of the best things, and you know, people are usually excellent because they want to, you know, they want to reach a certain, you know, comfortability in their life. You know, work hard now, play later. That's what they say. He mentioned Serena Williams, which is what I don't get about, you know, the way Chris Rock is, you know, did especially is why is he receiving backlash for disrespecting black women, which is I don't get because it's like comedy hype makes me sick. Like they've gotten to that point with me. Comedy hype because they report Chris Rock is called out for disrespecting black women. No, the fuck he didn't. No, he didn't. People always try to take shit out of context, but you know, but yeah, and you know, he mentioned Serena Williams. You know, he mentioned his, you know, his kids. He has daughters, but you know, be excellent. I kind of strayed off. I was supposed to wait on some of this stuff, but I get to all of it. 3000 GT Atlanta, what's going on? And he said the number four is to be a victim. What group of people on the internet, especially a place like YouTube, is good at being victims and playing the victim all the goddamn time? And then he said, like he made some good analogies, like emergency rooms are filled with people with paper cuts. Everybody wants to be a victim, and he clarified it's something he refused to be on the slap. Then he goes into talking about white men, talking about they for some reason they feel like that they're losing the country, and they ain't losing shit. And I even piggyback off that. I mean, how can you feel like you're losing something and you're supposed to be a conqueror? Then he was like, and then he was like, he said, what? He said, who are they losing to? It certainly isn't black people. I should have said spoiler warning first, but hey, y'all know I'm talking about this special. You tune in, hey. But he mentioned that, how many black cruise ships you've been on and how many black airlines. Now you know what you open the door for when you say that, Chris, even though it is true. And this is like I'm gonna tell you something. I I had this discussion with this pro black, yeah, and then it was like he was all on that pro black shit. Let's protest all the businesses and everything. And I'm like, okay, great. So what you're saying is if your house sets on fire, sets ablaze, you're gonna call the black fire department. That's what you're saying? That motherfucker blocked me after I said that shit. Cause a lot of our people have a problem with the truth. And I mean, like, it's something that can't be denied. I mean, shit, he even started joking about the insurrection, talking about white men trying to trying to overthrow themselves. I was like, yeah, well, since you put it that way, it makes a lot of sense. It's like, what are you afraid of when you run everything? It just goes to show you the paranoia. Then he went into this whole thing about Meghan Markle. Now, that probably kind of made some of the sisterhood mad because, they exalted Meghan Markle as this black woman who married a prince, and it's like, damn, it's like, why can't we support more ADOS women in what they're doing? It's like we always, and I mean, like the media does this bullshit. We always pick the lightest and the brightest to represent black. And stop lying to yourself and acting like it isn't like that. Shoot, they're calling your vice president a black woman, and then she's one of Mindy Kaling's people. The day she got, you found out Joe Biden won. She appearing in damn social media with Mindy Kaling. She had Colin Kaepernick, Jesse Williams, all the motherfuckers. They'll pick them. Barack Obama. They'll pick him over a black person with dark skin. Shoot, but yeah, he's like Meghan Markle playing dumb and she acting like she didn't know that family was racist. Yeah, it's like it boils down to what I was saying about Scott Adams, the creator of Dilbert. Why are people still acting surprised when a racist starts being racist? That a white person is racist. And then he went off, about the damn monarchy, the British monarchy, saying that they have a history of being racist. Why are you shocked? Stop playing victim. But here's where he starts really getting in trouble with. He's saying, I didn't get rich and stay in school to talk about a nigga, Nita Baker. He said, I'm trying to fuck Doja Cat. And then he went on this, he went on this joke like, I mean, he started joking like an old school comedian. It's like, everybody's like, oh my God, it's 2023. Oh my God, get with the times, buddy. But but what those people are talking about is all that crybaby shit. Trying to be careful, trying to go around certain things just to not offend people. People are offended by every fucking thing. Shoot, this man. That I mean, most importantly, the truth. I laughed at the joke when he said, "I'm trying to fuck Doja Cat." Do you see what Doja Cat been doing to herself lately? But hey, I get what he's saying. Then he goes on younger women are less expensive to date. All you gotta do is buy them a pair of shoes. Like he said that 45 and 50-year-old women are great, but motherfuckers will trick you into going to the damn auto mechanic with them. The man said you gotta get an estimate to get some pussy. Talk about they want their roof looked at. But people hopped on that. People hopped on that shit and started calling it misogynoir. Misogynoir is a word made up by black feminists, to have this exclusive misogyny for black men. So they started screaming that word to the top of their lungs just because he's talking about his heterosexual experiences. What are you supposed to do? Lie? No, all these women that he dealt with were pure as the driven snow. They were naturally good people, and there was no cash in for them. But now everybody's like, he's disrespecting black women. This man had a whole thing about his kid. He said his wife was the smartest person he knew, a black woman. Gave Serena Williams her props. Gave Beyonce her props. But yet and still, he still gets the misogynist label. He still everything is dissing black women label. No, it's not. Like Young Ripper 59 said, people are just looking for dragons to slay. Stop all that goddamn crying all the goddamn time, and stop acting like people don't never like people who complain about this shit don't ever say fucked up shit. Like everybody act like they've been so angelic and so perfect. That's why I ain't mad. Like 5 years ago, I would have been super mad with Chris Rock if I'd have seen that clip that he was sitting down with Jerry Seinfeld and Louis C.K. saying the N word. 5 years ago, I'd have been heated with Chris Rock. He'll cool. He'll sell out. Because at the end of the special, he said that that he had parents, and the only reason the reason why he didn't go back at Will Smith because he was taught to never fight in front of white people. But everybody started crying. Everybody started like bringing up the whole Louis C.K. thing, and him sitting around with other comedians and saying the N word and stuff like that. Let me tell you why I'm not mad with Chris Rock. Let me tell y'all why let me tell you why we're not angry, and this may make you tune away from this channel or what. Look, I don't give a shit. You're gonna have to take a difference of opinion one day, and you're gonna have to take this brutal honesty too. So let me give it to you straight. There's not one day go by that I don't be on one of these platforms. I'm listening. What's going on? Not one day goes by that I don't be on one of these platforms: Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, mainstream media, where it all began, and not seeing black men getting dissed in some way, shape, or form. Hell, they've been talking about Michael B. Jordan ever since that interview where he called out that girl for calling him corny. They still hadn't talked about that. They still haven't stopped talking about that. Fuck out of here. Shoot. Why should I be mad because Chris Rock was was around a couple of white comedians, and then y'all sitting up there talking about he buck dancing? Hey, if you're gonna be mad at Chris Rock, you need to be mad at 95% of the black community. I am so over this shit. No, not that I would give a white man an N-word pass. I ain't finna go that far. Hell no. But let me tell you something. When I get mad about this shit, and I swear it never fails. When I get mad about this shit, there's always a black person always trying to step in and say that white person. Oh, he ain't mean it like that. I don't think he meant it like that. And I mean, and personally, if I were Chris Rock, no. I don't think giving an N-word pass out is cool. But just based on the kind of shit that I be seeing on social media amongst black folks, why are we mad? at this point, your blackness is just a virtue signal. I realize there are some people that are proud, and I'm like, I would rather not be anything else except black, but let's tell the truth. It's, that's called at this point selective outrage. Yeah, you got you. We're in a space right now where married black women are interviewing misandrists that are shitting on black men. And then you got dudes with anime names buck dancing in the chat talking about some niggas, 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 niggas. So, but I'm supposed to be mad at Chris Rock. You can kiss my ass. Don't be approaching me with this bullshit about Chris Rock and how he gave Louis C.K. an N-word pass. Because many of you, over 90%, and everybody's like, where are you getting this crazy number from? Shut up. Many of you, over 90%, prefer to act the N-word way than the actual civil black person way. You're more entertained by fuckery than anything. You don't care about our image. Watch all the selective outrage next year when it's election time. All the virtue signals thrown around. See, this politician is racist. Shit, if you ask me, a lot of black people are more racist than anyone else in this world. And I mean, that's saying a lot, seeing that how we are plagued by racism in this world. Shit, let's be sincere about actually doing something about the racism. Instead of just being mad at celebrities for being celebrities, just shut the fuck up. He said never fight in front of white people. Shit. Let me tell you something. You fight all you want in front of white folks. They better sit their ass down and mind their own fucking business. Tell you that much. Fuck out of here. We should be past all that. Trying to, yeah, because I kind of didn't really feel that statement. Like, I don't agree with 100% of what everybody says. Like, I didn't feel that statement when he made it at the end. I didn't, and I get why he said it. Will Smith, a black man, walked up on stage and slapped Chris Rock, another black man, in the face for the world to see. Not just the United States, not some local television channel, the world. The world. Yeah, I saw a bunch of stupid ass Tiffany Haddish like comments across the internet. Oh, if Chris Rock don't shut up, Will Smith will piece him up again. My first question to any of them: why y'all want to see black men fight all the time? Why you want to see black men so divided? So if I didn't say it earlier, I'm gonna say it right now. Chris Rock named his special selective outrage specifically for Will Smith. Specifically. The reason being is because he said Will Smith, he said it verbatim. Will Smith practices selective outrage, and then he went on, then he went on this shtick about how everybody called Will Smith a bitch. The Breakfast Club, Charlamagne the God, Drink. He even mentioned Drink Champs podcast. He said everybody all over TV, everywhere, called Will Smith a bitch because Jada Pinkett Smith made him look like this. This shit right here became a meme. This became a meme. It got to the point where you have people start talking about this is why black men can't talk about our mental health. And they're absolutely right. Shit, why would I want to approach any of you a moment of weakness, like them community posts I be making on my community tab, saying that I almost quit the space. I mean, I kept it up, enough people saw it, but I was just having a moment of clarity. Sometimes I get tired of the bullshit. But as a black man, you are taught never to show anything, never to show any kind of emotion. And why? Because of men like Will Smith. Shoot, look what happens every time a black man breaks down emotionally in the public for the eye to see. They turn it to a meme. Shit, crying Jordan. Crying Jordan is probably the most famous meme in history. And I mean, it wasn't because of depression, because he was overwhelmed with emotion, because, you know, he got chose to be a part of an elitist club of sports figures by some old white men. But, that's neither here nor there at this point. Let's just be proud of the man. Shit. Shoot. But remember who did this to Will. The very person he defended for the world, or called himself defending for the world to see. And then she couldn't do nothing but gaslight afterwards. Some people are more deserving than others. Yes, they are. Mm. None of us have ever been interviewed by the person that cheated on us on television. She hurt him way more than he hurt me. Yeah, Will Smith is stuck in an emotional clusterfuck, possibly for the rest of his life, because he is with a woman that he will never completely satisfy. Yep, Chris Rock did mention the August Alsina thing. This woman fucked your son's friend in your house. And for some reason, all y'all wanted to do an interview about it on television. Yeah, about airing someone's business out. There's some things that you need to keep in the house, and that was one of them. And it wasn't. Wait a minute. Now, if I'm recollecting, it was August Alsina that broke the news. Yeah, so but the Smiths are very, very known for airing their personal business out. Shit, the Wades are all like Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade is almost as bad as the Smiths as far as letting all they airing all their business out for the world to see. The only difference in the two is when Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade does it, you got a bunch of people talking about, why can't people just manage their own business? I was like, when you make something public, you put it in the court of public opinion. You can't really say anything about that just because people are saying stuff that you don't exactly agree with. Yeah, some things are better left unsaid, and it seems as if every time Will or Jada opens their mouths, they prove it. But yeah, she made him look like this in front of everybody. That's worse than getting slapped. Your wife is dissatisfied with your pound game to the point where she has to go somebody half her age. And nobody is really still putting any kind of emphasis on how weird and how weird and how strange and very, very suspect that shit was, fucking a guy half your age. Any black man fuck a woman half their age. And I mean, they could be 25 or 26. If the guy 50, guess what? He's gonna get called a pedo. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. I mean, it's stupid. If they're of a age, you cannot say that, but people will still say that shit. I don't fucking know why. So do me a favor, people. If you're sitting up here watching this right now, please go ahead and hit that like button. Algorithm loves likes. Shoot. But no, I have no real desire. And I'm about to show y'all something real quick. Yeah. Chris Rock said that he watched the movie Emancipation just to see Will Smith getting his ass whooped, which I thought was kind of funny. Yeah, but I ran across this headline before this video. I mean, before I did this broadcast. So not that stupid shit, right? But that right there said Will Smith said a white actor spit on him twice while filming Emancipation, and he did nothing. See? What did I just say a second ago? Some things are better left unsaid. It seemed like every time the Smiths open their mouth outside of a television or movie role, it's some shit that they could have kept to themselves. And even in light of the slap, how does this make Will Smith look? Oh, he just said that he was getting into character. No, fuck that shit. True, but I mean, like, this ain't like this is the strangest thing that's ever happened to a black man in Hollywood. Shit, you had Terry Crews getting his nuts fondled by a guy that looked like he shouldn't even been in the same city as Terry Crews, as far as like the physical fitness part of it. And yet this man walks up and starts fondling Terry Crews' nuts just to confirm that the Hollywood culture is weird and they do all kinds of crazy, very man, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, it's a horrible word. Predatory like shit. Yeah, predatory. I'll say it like that. And here's Will Smith letting himself get spit on by a white man because I guess he had to get into character, because slaves got denigrated all kinds of ways. It's not the most comfortable subject in the world. Yeah, but makes you kind of mad at Will Smith all over again. I mean, Will Smith, like we sometimes people start talking so bad about Will Smith to the point where people like me will step in and actually defend him. I'm like, this is more black man versus nigger, just like Adonis versus Damon in Creed 3. Excellent film, by the way. Check out my review and discussion that I did last night. The video is still up and visible for the public to see. Yeah, it was like Will Smith in the position of the black man, and whatever mentality was in the position of the nigger. I was like, y'all just don't like Will Smith because he doesn't adopt all that thug bullshit. He's not a Pookie. That's why you hate him. Yeah. This man let a white actor spit on him while filming Emancipation twice and probably use the excuse of, oh, well, he was just trying to get into character. No, fuck all that. Ain't no method acting, no studying that let anybody get away with spitting on you like that. I guess they know where their bread and butter is. But this is what started it all right here. Like he explained this. He explained this right here in the process of calling Jada a bitch, which I thought, well, if the shoe fits, like he said, like why the fuck would you ask a black man to give up his job? She felt as if Chris Rock should have boycotted the Oscars, giving up his job of hosting. And I say it again, she was like, she asking a black man to quit his job. So yeah, this is a two-part meme. She said, and she was all upset because Will didn't get, like, he got snubbed for his performance in Concussion. The one where he was like, tell the truth, So basically, he said Jada said she's not coming to the Oscars protesting. I'm like, ain't she on a TV show? I mean, the two TV shows she was on or could have been on around the time was Hawthorne, which was, I think that show lasted one season, where she played like the doctor, and the other show was Gotham, where she played this original character named Fish Mooney, which was supposed to be some type of female gangster that ranked higher than the Penguin, only for a little while. So he continues. Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited. Jada's mad her man Will was not nominated for a concussion. I get it. It's not fair that Will was this good and didn't get nominated. You're right. It's also not fair. Yeah, I guess to imply that life isn't fair. And then he tried to give, he tried to give Will his props. But see, again, people have to understand Chris Rock is a comedian. Now I know, like you new age folks, you have these rules for what comedians supposed to do and how they're supposed to talk, and all this other bull crap. But I mean, like most of you would have rolled up into a ball and sat in your corner in the shower and just let water run on you while you're crying. If you would listen to some of the stuff we was exposed to growing up. And see here how we reacted to it is we casually laughed. Everybody is so fucking sensitive these days. And we're all sensitive to a degree. Being sensitive is not a real bad thing. It's just that being hypersensitive is. You know, some subjects are of a sensitive matter to some of us. Just because you don't see it as such doesn't mean the next person is going to see it as such. And see, the Smiths do the most, especially Jada. Shit, a lot of these black wives in Hollywood be doing the goddamn most. Look at Aisha Curry. Look at Tia Mowry. Shoot. So let's go on. This is a two-part. Well, I did do the first part. Excuse me. You're just getting older. Yeah. So she was all testy about that anyway. But then when he told the G.I. Jane joke, everybody was like, oh, the Smiths just reached their boiling point. Will laughed at first. Shit, let me show you the image. Look, laughing right there. And she's like, oh my God. And then next thing you know, this happened. Then keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Right before he won the Oscar for King Richard. Don't ever be this guy. I mean, yeah, be him in success. Be him in success. Be him as far as the wherewithal that he displays in taking care of his family. Be that guy then. You ain't gotta adopt the mentality too. And this has come from somebody who has adamantly defended Will Smith in the past. I actually feel kind of bad for him because you have your kids saying that they wish that their mom's crush was their daddy. That's a lot for a man to have to put up with. That really is. That's a lot for a black man, especially who can't even seem to get respect from his peer group. That's a lot. That's a lot. No, I'm not saying that Chris Rock should have thought about it. He should have thought about saying it about Jada. And some of y'all, you don't talk about no black woman like that. Get the fuck out of here. They were just talking about LeBron's hairline earlier that night. You know how y'all love to bring up the hairline like it really fucking matters, but still, if you're gonna display yourself as a hypocrite, then it needs to be called out. Otherwise, there's plenty of you little females out there, plenty of you hair weed defenders that have a dude with a balding hairline dick in your mouth. Shoot. Well, here we go. Azrael, first of his name. What's going on? Says, I'm glad he pointed out that she hurt him more than he he hurt her show Will, who is the cause of all of his problems. Yeah, you're the man of the house. Who, like, honestly, do you believe that Jada is the key breadwinner? If you believe Jada is the key breadwinner, if you're watching and you believe that Jada is the key breadwinner and she could have got as far as she gotten without Will, then I need the weed dealer you got number that you got that good shit you was smoking from. Seriously. Give me that dude number so I can get some of that shit too. Roguish the bill monger. What is up? This man remembers that my nickname from early in my life was K Rock. Look at Gabrielle Union. Look at Beyonce mom. Oh yeah, you talking about when she I still laugh at that shit to this day. The way she did her husband in front of everybody. But I will say this about Tina Knowles Lawson. She did do that special about black men and what we have to go through in this Western culture. Remember the backlash she received for that? You had Nyla calling her a mammy. I was like, folks are dumb as fuck, I swear. that G.I. Jane joke wasn't serious at all. I mean, it ain't like Chris Rock said, look at your bald head ass, bitch. I mean, he damn sure called her a bitch. He said the bitch started with me. This is the one thing that I try to get through to people sometimes. Why you arguing with women? No, nigga, they came from me. I just happened to finish it. I'm done with it. Y'all the ones keep saying that I'm bashing black women. Tell them bitches to keep their fucking mouth shut. You ain't gotta say nothing to me. You ain't gotta sit up there and talk about my family. Fuck you. I'm gonna try. I mean, shit, you make me mad enough. I'm gonna say shit to try to make you delete yourself. Shit, that's just how I feel about it. The lowest you can go, I guarantee you. You don't know. I'm not a real dirty human being, but you know, it's like Tupac said, I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Please. I'm a little old to be acting the way that some people act sometimes. But hey, you know what? Hey, I still got a lot left in the tank. Do not let I ain't gonna say that because I'm not a smooth guy. I was gonna say don't let the smooth taste fool you. That's something my cousin used to say. And yeah, he was a player. He was whole verified, so shoot. She ain't gotta be the breadwinner if she got the current influence that she exhibits. LOL. Chris Rock did make a mention of something, talking about how much power women got. He Chris Rock got what some people like to call red pill in the literal sense. Yeah, he didn't beat around the bush. He's like, yeah, women got the power. Ain't nothing. He said ain't nothing more powerful than female beauty. Female beauty can stop traffic. Seriously, man. Look, each one of you men in this chat, because I'm gonna go ahead and assume that you guys are straight. Like, for real, for real. We've all been there. Bad as we can tell you who the baddest chicken is in the grocery store, in the mall. Shit, we remember when we see a real fine woman in public, We remember that woman. I saw a homeless person dying one day. And at the end of the day, I had to think about it. I mean, damn, I just saw a homeless person dying. And I didn't think about it because, man, it was a group of bad ones. I was like, God damn. So yeah, Chris Rock said some real shit. I mean, I still say that well, I ain't gonna still say it. This is gonna be the first time I say it in this broadcast. I do believe Dave Chappelle made a much bigger impact, but the thing that Chris had going for him going into this is everybody wanted to hear what he had to say about being slapped. And he said Will Smith's bigger than me. Shit. This man auditioned to be Muhammad Ali. This man played Muhammad Ali. I played Pookie on New Jack City. Hurry up and buy. What is up? And hybrid catastrophic impact X83rd power. Just stated the good idea. Will Smith should have left Jada a long time ago and let these younger hoes put it on the wood. LOL. Man, they'd have been like our city with about 4 or 5 girls in there. I mean, no doubt, shit. He is a man of means. He is a Hollywood go-to guy. Shit, if he left Jada, shit, he could have parties every night. These dudes be killing me, talking about some, man, I miss my lady. Man, I've been having parties every night, man, and I'm depressed because I'm getting all this pussy, but I miss it. Man, shut the fuck up. Oh, problems, look at you. Toya, what's going on? Whatever that means. Face blue smiling, hand pink. Okay, awesome. I will take that as a straight up compliment. 40 million. Chris Rock got paid 40 million for that shit. God, yeah. Well, it was like I said earlier. It was a smart business move to hold back from talking about it. That man waited an entire year. That is called patience, and it paid off. And he said he made a shit ton of money off that Netflix special. Jesus, I think Dave got paid 60 million. You know that same 60 million he turned down for doing more seasons of Chappelle's show. That man more than made up for it with Netflix. Black men being brutally honest, they were emojis that she sent you. Yeah, what YouTube be tripping on that? Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, I knew it. I just wanted to say, I just wanted to say something. That's all. I mean, it was light spirited. You know, it was also an ode to the appreciation that I have for people who tune in. You know, but yeah, yeah, he roasted them up pretty good. Was it as bad as people were saying it was? The kind of person I am, I don't think he went in enough. I mean, he was he it was to the point. It was like the last 10 minutes of the special. I mean, but this man got slapped in front of everybody. I mean, and he, partner expression, he took it like a champ. He took it on the chin. And now you got numb nuts on these spaces on the internet talking about some uh well, what he saying, what he said all that for. Fuck out of here. He has the right to say that shit. Misogynoir. How dare he tell the truth about his experiences with women? Like women don't sit around dogging guys for for dick size and lasting like 2 minutes in bed and being broke and all this other shit. The difference is like we don't take it so hard as men because shit. I don't. It might have been Chris Rock that said this. It was either Chris Rock or some other comedian that was on Def Comedy Jam, and he said it just like this: "What one woman won't do, a raggedy bitch will." Shit, let me tell y'all something. I mean, so yeah, so if you shoot me, you can't tell me when to shoot you back. Yeah, yeah. People be like, man, I'm gonna shoot you. Just kind of before you try to do anything, let me hop in the car and drive all the way the fuck off. And I mean, you can shoot if you want to if I drive off. Like, nah, nigga. Southpaw 2K1. Chris Rock played the big Joker and got paid. Yeah, he got paid. He sure did. Now time for him to clear up some more student loans and go get some estimates on some roofs. People got mad and said, "How can Chris say that he was taught uh, not to fight in front of white people, but call Jada a bitch in front of white people?" Uh, because Will Smith slapped Chris Rock in front of white people. I mean, shit. I mean, also the whole N-word pass thing when he did that interview with Louis C.K. and I think Jerry Seinfeld was there too. You know, and look, at the end of the day, why are we so worried about white people observing what we do? Like that always has been kind of insulting to me, and I didn't like, and I kind of disagree with that line too. It's insulting to me because there's a suggestion that if you're going to act your very best, black people, do it when white people are standing around you. Do it when white people are around. Put on that dog and pony show because, see, in theory, what you're saying is black people aren't good enough to be good for. Fuck y'all worried about doing shit in front of white people. White people ain't worried about doing shit in front of y'all. So I didn't agree with that line when Chris Rock said it, but not for the same reasons. And Jada Pinkett Smith, would you say that she's not a bitch? I really wish Chris didn't go up there and slap. I mean, Will didn't go up there and slap Chris. Yes, the fuck you. Shut up. Yes, the fuck you did. Meanwhile, no one said, Jada, why you're embarrassing your black husband in front of the same white people? Because women are protected. They are very protected. I tried to tell Taz this before some old nigga jumped in and started talking all this. Oh, let me ask this loaded question and throw politics in it to make myself sound smart in front of everybody. You know, women are a very protected class of people. You know why? Because they can get as fly as they want about black men on these platforms. They can get as fly as they want. And they be able to keep their channels. It won't be shown. It won't be displayed as hate speech. Because see, if black people learn anything, and this is why I'm not too mad about Chris Rock being in front of the white comedians like that. If I learn anything, is that you don't get called a coon for dragging black men. No, you don't. If you exclusively drag black men, you will not hear the word coon. Not even from the most prideful black man. Here's Southpaw 2K1 making a good point. Well, Jada did commit proxy violence, sicking Will on Chris after the G.I. Jane 2 joke, yet no one talks about that. Man, look, I'm gonna have to disagree with you slightly on that, Southpaw 2K1. You seem like an intelligent guy. But when we're not dealing with just mainstream television anymore that only tries to push certain narratives. and that's why you never seen women get too much flack for dragging black men. In fact, it was encouraged. Now you have the internet. You have all kinds of media sources. You got people who have their own Facebook pages, their own YouTube channels, their own Instagrams. Free to express their opinion. And many things were mentioned. What we might need to phrase questions like that is people of prominence are not really saying anything. Bigger influencers are not really saying anything. A lot of which, to protect their brands and to pander to their audiences. And as you can see, I'm not very good with pandering. So, look, so yeah, I kind of, the proxy violence thing. Yeah. Like it wasn't put as proxy violence, but people did discuss the context. But yeah, okay. All right. So kind of agree with you, but kind of don't. Hybrid catastrophic impact. 883rd Power says Chris Rock's brother said, Will hit my brother because he can't control his bitch. Then he said if anyone comes up on this stage, they ain't nominated for ish but these hands. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, because when Will did that, it really was like saying that comedians can't do their jobs anymore. Like, I mean, for real, like people are just gonna walk up and attack you like, some dude trying to stab Dave Chappelle. like, yeah, yeah, that was he mentioned that part when he was like talking about the four easiest ways to get attention. Like, become infamous, like trying to be a guy who tries to stab Dave Chappelle on stage. I did a video about that. And yeah, Chris Rock was there when that dude tried to rush the stage to stab Dave, and they beat the shit out of that dude. That man arm was that man arm was bending in the wrong direction, and rightfully so. They should have stumped the change off that motherfucker. I think it was either Snoop Dogg's or Busta Rhymes bodyguards that was fucking that dude up, or whatever that was that hit the stage. I got triggered because he was talking about the Rainbow Folks. I'll tell you one thing about the Rainbow Folks. At least they know how to stand solidly behind their group. I mean, even considering themselves a group in the first place. But yeah, they should have whooped that dude ass. Or, like I said, whatever that was. Chaos Rain, what's going on? What is up, my brother? Oh, we've been doing this for an hour. I hope everybody pressing like at least. Shoot, likes are for free. Likes don't have to come with a $5 super chat. So in fact, let me check my amount of likes. Okay, 19. All right, well, that's a pretty darn good ratio. Mm. So what it is, people? What do y'all think? Did y'all watch the special? Did you think the special was good? Do y'all believe he went overboard? Did he go too far? Are you on the Smith side of things? Are you mad at Chris Rock for his just gratuitous displays of misogynoir? Man, some of y'all need to stop. Shoot. In my humble opinion, Chris Rock had every right to say things the way he did. Every right. Every fucking right. Everybody acts like something wrong when a black man has something to say. Shit is ridiculous. Shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna say it again. Everybody always got some fucking complaint when a black man has something to say. And guess what? As far as and I want you to listen to this. You specifically hybrid catastrophic impact X83rd power. We're not shutting things down over here. We're not gonna do it. Shit, I want people to get so sick of black man, they get disgusted, start throwing up all over themselves, having to go to the hospital, building themselves back up mentally. I mean, if it triggers you that much, then hey, maybe you just need to log off. Maybe you need to go in a room by yourself, close the goddamn door, and create your own reality inside of your fucking head. Most of y'all niggas do that anyway. Shoot, a black man. Why did he say something back? Shit. It's shit. I mean, you better be glad all black men are doing or just saying things. People act like that's the worst shit in the world. All Chris Rock did was make a little money at the expense of people who tried to embarrass him. Embarrassing. That was embarrassing to have to take a slap from another grown man for the world to see. For the world to see. For the world to see. And a lot of y'all getting all pissy because he said something. If you mad because a black man say something, then you might as well go ahead and just get ready to be even more mad. Is it? In fact, put on a cape so you can be super mad. Fuck out of here. People can always respond to words they don't like with words of their own. Period. Chris Rock responded, and he's probably gonna say something again, and he's probably gonna say something again. So what? Black men are gonna express themselves, whether the masses like it or not. This platform is super imperative. Yeah, you're giving me a lot of credit. I appreciate that. But I mean, like they flipped it on us. I mean, shit, we're the men. We should be able to, you know, like I said, if shit hits the fan, guess what? Nobody's calling a feminist. I mean, seriously, man, shit hit the fan. I mean, damn, like people need to make sure that the men of all their races stay absolutely fucking healthy and ready and able at all times. Stop trying to bitchify black men. And that is one of the things that I am here to prevent. If you one of these simps out here that don't like what the fuck I'm saying, then shit. I mean, what the fuck else I'm supposed to say about it? Fuck you, like shit. Well, shoot, everybody's so pissy with their selective outrage. Chris Rock made a real good point about Will Smith. Why ain't you trying to be around here slapping everybody else? Shoot, Will Smith, I gotta say, he's one of the most accomplished black men ever. And I mean, it's always got to be a celebrity, and it's always got to be an athlete. It's always got to be one of them. I mean, or if you were an entrepreneur like Robert Smith, yeah, but but I'm sorry, Will Smith is in that elite club. Shoot, Chris Rock is in that elite club too. Dave Chappelle. Will Smith is a comedy actor. Will Smith should have understood that it was just jokes. You should have understood. But hey, I've talked about this enough tonight. I just wanted to give my reaction to Chris Rock, Selective Outrage, and really, really honestly, we need more black men who are willing to express themselves, even if it's in the most flagrant way. More guys like Chris Rock and more guys like Dave Chappelle. More guys like hell. I don't mean to toot my own horn. Shoot. I mean, but more guys basically who have their shit together and is willing to express themselves and take this bull by the horns. And I mean, hell, even if you are angry, so called angry with women or whatever, there's a way around that too. You know, the key thing is to not be angry and to understand the truth of all things. Once you understand that, why the fuck waste your time being angry with a woman? Shoot. But anyway, none of that was done out of. I mean, let me just put it like this: we're gonna have to do a better job of distinguishing anger with telling the truth. Because I think Chris Rock was very angry about what happened, but in this special, he told the truth. He told the truth. Said he said that he supported Will Smith, loved everything he did. But that's just right there. I mean, like, for real, a grown man getting slapped, that's something that you can't live down. And especially that he had to hold his composure in front of everybody. Because if he had, like, for real, like, yeah, Will Smith is bigger than him, but say that he did fight back. That's a bad look for black men, period. Him not slapping Will back or not doing anything back, it was just a bad look for Will Smith. And it only furthered Will Smith's problems as far as the social dynamic of how people look at Will Smith. I think Will understand, but it was a joke. But his wife had him by the gonads and made him go act a fool. I mean, that's very plausible because he laughed at first. It was a joke to him. Look at the look on her face. Then all of a sudden he thought this was a good idea. On possibly his biggest night ever. Hey, there's this thing called accountability though. Shit. Chris Rock gave it to him, fed it to him with a spoon and a and, and he had to swallow all of that shit. I wonder will Will Smith respond? I mean, what for? Chris Rock basically ethered him and his wife. But that's it for me. That's it for me. Said it takes a very strong man to hold frame after being slapped in front of the people. I mean, the Oscars, that them award shows, they're international events. Those events are shown all over the world. They are. And people had to see that. I had to see it. I ain't watched the award show because I don't really care for them. But when they started showing the clips on the internet, I was like, what the fuck happened? I mean, I think I was even doing a broadcast and like somebody came in the chat about some Will Smith slap Chris Rock. Accountability be trying to hang out with these folks, but they they stay, yeah, yeah. And I mean, like when I say accountability, shoot, like, and that's something that everybody needs. Shoot, even myself, you know, I have to be accountable. I have to be. I have to make it my business to be accountable because if I'm not accountable, I can't grow as a person. You know, like yeah, I take account, and I hope Chaos Rain is listening to this. Yeah, I take accountability for saying something that hurt Amiri so bad that he had to sick his dumb bitch union on me to denigrate my family. Fuck, nigga. Yeah, I take accountability for that. And I'll say it again. For the man who encourages his kids to date out and then expect black men to stay, fuck you. You're not that much of a dad anyway. Shoot. All your little contradicting messages. Yeah. Fuck out of here. I'm not gonna even get into that shit. Nigga talking about he won't smoke from the black manosphere. You won't smoke, but you got baby lungs. Anyway, though. All right. So Chris Rock, Selective Outrage, good special, made me laugh in a lot of parts. Uh, got a little get back on Will and Jada, and I mean like, and I ended with this: Chris Rock didn't say any different than what most people say about those two. So there you have it. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'm done. Like, share, subscribe. In Kev we trust. Long live the habitual line steppers. When you don't quit, and I'm not gonna quit. I almost did, but I'm not gonna do it. I can't. Why would I quit? Why would I quit? If I quit, shit, then I'm telling everybody who's ever watched this channel that it's okay to quit. And that's why I won't do it. So thank you for all y'all appreciation for, this channel. And, it's okay. And yeah, it is okay for a black man to accept an encouraging word. So, like I say at the end of every broadcast, when you don't quit, you will definitely win. And I'm out.